Um, if anyone has actually clicked on this stream and is watching, um, no one's replying to my messages, so there's no title at the moment. I haven't got a game invite, and the code on my laptop didn't work to log in, so I can't see chat. So I can't really do anything right now until I actually get an invite or something. But no one's like messaging on this, so. Like, who's host? Okay, finally I'm into this. Alright, there we go. Oh! Let me see if I can find this. Alright. There you go, I'll just get the title up now. I don't know what circuit is yet though, so I won't be able to do that. Wait, so I need you to hurry up, but the lobby doesn't even open until now. Oh, okay. Alright, I'm just gonna go AFK for a minute and then I'll be back in a second though. Still nothing? Okay. So it does start at 7:30, man. I got said it started at 7. I said, oh, is the race at 7? And someone said, yeah. And now it's at 7:30. Okay. What the frick? Well. Alright, until it gets to 7:30, I'm gonna just chill a little bit. hello then. Hello to anyone who's just arriving. I guess it's Bahrain that is on, so yeah. There you go. Alright. We're finally getting underway. I thought it was going to be racing at 7, but unfortunately it was actually at 7:30. Someone said that it would be someone said it would start at 7. I said, is the race on at 7? And they said, yeah. And they were saying like, oh, hurry up. And then it didn't start until now, so. There we go. They're finally loading into the race. Alright then, we are at Bahrain this evening. A track that I do like. It has its pros and its cons in my opinion. I do mainly like this circuit. I have driven around it actually in an F2 car in it. I mean, I did have an F1 set up on my F2 car, so it wasn't very nice to drive around this. But yeah. Let's see how all of our drivers handle it tonight. Just to remind you, just let you know that F1 setups just don't work at all on these cars, so make sure not to do that. But here we go then, beginning our lap around the Bahrain circuit this evening, and it's a one-shot quali as usual for F2, as they'll have a sprint race and then do I think it'll go straight into the feature race, like the proper race, so it'll be a one-shot quali, sprint race, and then a feature race. Right, here we go. I've already headed through the first 3 corners. Now heading out of turn 4 and into turn 5 and turn 6. Sector 2 we go now, and out of turn 7 and flying down the hill to this quite slow, tight hairpin, and even more time lost for Cortex there. I'm just going to call him Cortex because it kind of looks like that. Tom Ruston, however, who was quite fast last race at the moment, up towards the top end, especially with his teammate MN as well. Those both of them were quite high up on the board. We've already got a lot of people retiring from the session who have, I guess, been validated. It must have all happened at turn 10. because people looks like a lot of drivers look like they've gone wide there, including Tom Ruston, who's actually retired from the session. We're not actually going to have many drivers finishing this one-shot quali, which is quite disappointing to see, as they've all made errors somewhere around the circuit and caused invalidated laps. We still have 5 drivers who have made it around, however, and it looks like Justin B might just about hang on to this unless MN can get a nice launch out of turn 15 and down the straight to the line, and it is going to be Justin, and then it's going to be MN with just under a hundredth behind. Very, very close time between the two of those, but everyone else really, really struggling on their first lap to not go off the circuit there and cause an invalidated lap. ABS wasn't turned off for the lobby settings. Lobby restart. Oh, okay. So restarting, okay. Okay. Do I have to like... I have the book right here, actually. Ugh. So yeah, we're restarting. I'm guessing then we're going to leave this session and get another invite? I'm going to leave the session because everyone else is leaving. Alright. This needs to go away. There you go. Yeah. There we go. There you go. Suck it. Grand Prix. Isn't there a game invite that didn't join me to the thing? There you go. Thank you, Will. So yeah, this circuit's been around since 2004 when they built a circuit to try and interest Formula One into joining the Middle Eastern countries. With obviously because they've got quite a lot of money around there, they wanted to get some more attractions over, and obviously F1 was their first choice. So 2004, the Sakir circuit was created in their deserts. So yeah, if this is just some corner number speed, so turn 1 you'll be hitting about 63 mile an hour as you go around, but turn 2 it drastically changes to 98 miles an hour, and then you've got turn 4, which is the right-hander. After this DRS section, you'll be hitting about 59 miles an hour through there. But as you turn into turn 5, you'll be going 158 miles an hour, a lot faster than turn 4 in such a short distance as well. And then turn 8 here is 49 miles an hour. That's the downhill hairpin. You've then got turn 11. which is I think the one just after the DRS section. Yes, it is. It's the corner, the left-hander just after the second sector DRS section. He'll be hitting that corner about 103 mile an hour. But these are, remember, these are doing Formula One cars, so it will be a bit slower for F2 cars. So don't expect them to be going that fast through these corners. But you can roughly see sort of speed they'll be going around. Turn 13, you could be hitting it in fourth gear with 115 miles an hour, and turn 14, one of the second to last corner, you'll be hitting about 80 miles an hour. So just some corner speed numbers there if you wanted, if you were interested. And the most amount of winners as well in Formula One. Sebastian Vettel holds 4 at the moment. Lewis Hamilton holds 5. Fernando Alonso holds 3, and Felipe Massa holds 2 at the moment. We obviously had that 2020 incident with George Russell, and he had the opportunity to take the win when Lewis got COVID, but unfortunately the pit stop completely screwed him over, and he dropped all the way down to nearly out the points. But yeah, that's a bit unfortunate for him. Let's hope that for his sake, let's hope that Mercedes will have some good, decent pace this year to try and challenge for that front step with Ferrari and Red Bull. Okay then, we're finally back in, and we're going to go around for another rerun, take 2. I can't do any of that yet. Here we go then as they begin their lap. Heading back into turn 1 for the second time round. Let's hope that all those drivers who made mistakes originally, if anyone did make a mistake in the original lap, they can do a better job this time around as they head out to turn 4. Up to 6th gear, but then decelerating and back down the gears to gear 3 for RB Tim as he heads into turn 5 and turn 6. This section can be quite tricky on the curbs. You've got to be careful not to ride completely over them, otherwise you're going to be in a bit of trouble there. Now, a little bit wide there at turn turn 8 around the hairpin for Tim. Heading now down towards turn 9 and turn 10. Be careful not to touch that outside curb. It is quite sensitive to the car, and you might end up spinning the car out or locking up quite a lot. He's done that nice and neatly, however, but is still only sitting in about 7th position right now, 8th position, so he's got to be a lot faster in this final sector when he heads into it. Maybe he has more of a straight-lined speed car for his setup, which will improve his speed down this back straight in sector 3. Tom Ruston right now is fighting along with Justin once more with MN as well. These 3 seem to be the top drivers that we've got tonight in the qualifying stages. Will anybody else be able to top it as we head up towards the line? Now RB Tim crosses the line, but it's going to be Tom Ruston who takes pole, and then Justin who's 3/10 back there. Quite a big gap from them. They were switched around earlier on, so quite weird to see them that different far back. But there you have it. And there we go. Tom Ruston takes first position for now for the AIX Racing team. Invicta in second position, splitting the 2 AIX Racing teammates. Campos take 4th. Invicta then take a 5th place as well. So Invicta and AIX seem to be the fastest team at the moment. ART as well, pretty close behind. They were pretty close together, and they had the Dams car right behind them, not separated by much at all, about 300ths. RB Tim did get 10th place in the end, and will lose, disqualified on his quali lap. Not great to see from him just yet, but maybe his race pace can outweigh the mistake he made in quali. Now we just have to sit patiently and wait until the sprint race begins. Here we go then, under the lights of the Sakir Sprint Grand Prix in the daytime, and the lights are out and away we go. RB Tim is in front at the moment after the one-shot quali session. It looks like he's been randomised to the front of the grid here, and he gets over. He's trying to get. He's getting overtaken by Quart at the moment, who is on their outside line. We have a spinner of I think that is an art car. I think. An ART at exited turn 2, not a great start from him, as well as Justin B, who was the fastest man on track earlier on, all the way back 4 to 5 seconds back at this start. It looks like VAR have a good start as well, with Tim in second and his teammate Wartle in 6th, and then it is Cortex who takes first place at the first lap of this sprint Grand Prix around Bahrain. Tom Ruston in 3rd position at the moment. Let's see if he can use his quali pace to keep up with RB Tim and take 2nd position anytime soon. Adri Badgons in 4th with Manti right behind him, and on the inside actually of the Raid Bull Junior team there. But unfortunately just not enough to get past for now, as is he taking a bit of a faster exit out of turn 12, turn 11 and through turn 12. No closing in just yet. He'll have to wait for the DRS to be activated possibly. As we head, and we're already down to a first lap pretty much already done. Nicely done out of the final corner for all of our drivers, and I think we've got a bit of a fight between Will Lose here. The Prima team next to each other in 10th and 11th. They need to close in a lot more on the cars ahead if they want a chance of getting more points this evening. And then looks like they're struggling to keep up with Ligotes ahead of him, but actually, oh my days, the BWT car really slowing down there. The Alpine Junior team dropping a position to 8th place. I don't really know what happened to his car there, whether or not his steering wheel desynced or something, but he's going down for a brave dive down the inside, but unfortunately I think he took a bit too much curb on that corner on the inside, and is going to have to stay back once more and stick behind that green rear wing of the AIX car of MN. Tom Russ and his teammate still in 3rd place, but is very, very close to the back of RB Tim's car, and they've pretty much let Cortex run away here, which is why Tom Ruston knows he's got to get the move done as soon as possible, and down the inside at turn 10. It did work out, but not for long, because the switchback proved quite strong for RB Tim as they head now down towards turn 11 with no DRS just yet. They'll have to wait for the next lap here, but going for a dive there with the slipstream assistance. Nothing looking for him just yet, however. He keeps it alongside, but he might have a better switcheroo here. What a move to the inside line at turn 13, and that is a perfect definition of the switcheroo. And up to 2nd place he goes with Adri right behind them now. They've got to be careful not to let the Campos car just fly by when they are fighting, but oh no, RB Tim not giving up on the position that easily, and to 2nd place he goes. But as they do this, Cortex is all the way up to 1st, well not all the way up to 1st, but is pulling away in 1st. It's 4 seconds now he is ahead. Alright, here we go then. Still pretty much exactly the same as we had it from last lap round, and it looks like Wartal and Manti is are fighting, and it looks like Manti is under the pressure this time round and drops the position. But look, MN has caught back up, and for that 6th place position, can he make 2? Can Manti lose 2 moves in the space of a couple of corners? He might do if MN goes late enough on the brakes here and around the outside. And yes, he does. Look at that. Great launch out the exit there. And that Williams car looking like it's beginning to struggle possibly. The MP... I don't know why my... Okay, there you go. I don't... So yeah, Manti and the MP team all the way down to 7th place now. Only one MP driving tonight, unfortunately for them. And Will is going to have to try and catch up to his teammate Gamers ahead with Nudland right behind him. He's got to start putting in some good pace here to get into those points. Tuga also struggling to keep up with Manti here. He might start closing if they continue fighting, however, this 3. And looking back at the top again, this seems to be where the main topic of fighting the closest is happening at the moment. And here we go down the inside once more for RB Tim as Tom Rustin's already made a move. I'm guessing that was in sector 2. We've got a yellow flag car of Justin B, who retires from the session. The fastest car that we had in quali out in pretty much lap 2, going into lap 3 now, or lap 3 for him, but now going into lap 4. So a bit unfortunate for him there. No DRS enabled for Tom Rustin here, which is why he's dropped down to 4th position. And Adri goes up to 3rd, but as I say that, Tom Rustin with a big bold dive down the inside, I believe, to get back up to 3rd position, and they're trying to not let RB Tim pull away here. You got a yellow flag, and it's going to be one of the Alpine cars, the Alpine Junior team, and spinning around once again. The Art team in the gravel really, or just off the circuit there, and they're not having the best race in 12th and 13th for the moment. They're going to need to put some more. They're going to need to put some more effort into their feature race. Alright, look at that though, the gap is now 4.3, and absolutely dominating away is that Campos car. I mean Dam car, the Dam's car, not Campos. Tom Rustin just about holding off RB Tim's VAR car ahead, but it's still a close fight between the two of them. And here we go, DRS is going to be enabled for Adri and Tim as they head down to turn 1 on the pitch straight there. You can see how much speed Adri has against that Tom Rustin car in the AIX, and now it's an AIX 4.5, but AIX of Tom Rustin not giving it up that easily, and actually keeps the position ahead. He seems to have really good corner pace for now. Wait once more to see if we can get more overtakes. Manti, MN and Wartal still fighting away at each other, and it looks like Tuga has gotten himself involved for the Invicta team. His teammate out of the race, so he's going to need to grab as many points as he can. Gamers will lose all the way, lost a load of time there, and here we go. It is going to be one of the art cars once again. They're both off the circuit in these first few laps of the sprint race, and that looks like it's going to be Art's race over and done with. I keep doing that, apologies guys. There are the position changes, if you are interested. Bit of a weird line there. They're still absolutely flying away. And it is actually going to be Tom Rustin who now takes 2nd place. 8 positions gained in this Grand Prix. Absolutely great start to his evening. With RB Tim then going around the outsides this time round, taking that more tricky line and approach to overtaking. As you can see, it's a bit harder to do so when you're on that outside line. You can't take that grippier line, and all the Red Bull Junior car right behind them of Adri lagging about all over the place at the moment. Probably struggling, could be struggling with some internet issues here. And it looks like Nuddleland's out the Grand Prix. I don't know why or where, but he is out. And for some odd reason, he was in the points, I think, but he's just left the session. So a bit odd to see there. 3 drivers out of this Grand Prix on lap 6 of 12. RB Tim trying to defend off his second place. And are they slowly but surely closing back up to Cortex? They do look like it, because it was like 4 seconds plus earlier on, and now it's 3.8. Could we see a sudden boost in pace from this group that are DRS swapping around? We might do. We might see. See him weaving all over the track, trying to get away from the VAR car behind. Big dive from Tim out turn 1 and through turn 2. Can he hold off Tom Ruston this time round? They could be losing time, however, to the leader ahead on lap 8 of 12. It looks like it's a bit too far away to close in on that car at the lead there. It's been an absolute dominant race for them so far. Big dive around the outside. Attempted manoeuvre from Adri there. Nothing of it though. And it looks like they're even closer to Tom Ruston than last time round. Could we see a move on this back straight rather than the main straight? And at the moment, I think it's the AIX team that's going to pick up the most amount of points this evening for the constructors. Yellow flag is set to 2, and I think that might be our last place sitter in 10th. Yeah, it is Maciel. Maciel off the circuit again. Is it Maciel? Maciel? I don't know. Head in. Back onto the circuit there, and it's still a 3.7 gap. Not any changes, but if these guys were actually working together, we might see some actual closing in on the times here, but unfortunately
I think it's a bit too late now for teamwork, and they're probably just going to have to fight for this second place position. But I can imagine their tyres won't be too happy towards the end of the race. Oh my days, Cortex is on the soft tyres and they're on the hard, so maybe, just maybe at the end of this race we could see a big drop in time for our race leader. We might see, yeah, we might see some drop in pace very shortly. And could we see these hard tyre runners begin to close in, even though they are fighting? There's a little bit of closing in time now. I think they're getting closer and closer, because it looks like our race leader is beginning to struggle on these tyres. He's losing a lot of tenths, about 3 tenths there in the last corner. He's so slow. Is that what it normally sounds like for the F2 car? He was stuck in 4th gear though. It sounded like he was going very slowly. Might have just been a little bit cautious through that corner. Across the line on lap 11 of 12. We've got one more lap after this, and then we'll be done with the sprint race. And it's now 2.5 seconds. Could we see a sudden close in on the gap? Tom Russon is still ahead of RB Tim, heading through this DRS detection zone, so he's not going to have any pressure from back to lose him any time. It's now 1.7. I think Cortex is really beginning to struggle on those tyres and can't even get the power down on the car, because now it's a 1.5 second gap. It's dropping the faster and faster Tom Ruston goes, the slower and slower Cortex is going. And could we see, after such a dominant result in this whole race, to then lose it on the final lap, because we still have an extra lap after this one. It's only lap 11 of 12, and it is just almost getting to the DRS, and once we get around these few corners he should be into that DRS. He gained about a second in 2.5 sectors, so incredible pace difference that you get on compared to these hard and soft tyres once those softs begin to run out on pace. And he's right behind the damaged car at the moment, and honestly could go for an overtake here. I don't know why Cortex is struggling so much to get the power down, but he is, and I think we're going to lose his lead. There you go, he goes wide out at the final corner and drops down to 3rd and 4th now. After such a dominant result, he's now got no pace in that tyre. And is that his front left just beginning to bob up and down? Is that an animation of the tyres struggling, or is that a sign of a puncture coming? I don't know. I've never really seen the car tyre bounce up and down like that before, but it does look a little bit dodgy, and he's going extremely slowly here. Has he got like low fuel or something? I feel like he's got no fuel in the car. He's losing so much time. That front left tyre is bobbing up and down. I would say a bit too much, and I think he's close to a puncture now because that left tyre just isn't steering at all. You can see it bobbing around, and we might see a puncture here. Yeah, he is. You can see the tyres come off. It's slowly but surely, I think, degrading itself, and you can see the shadow on that left front, and he's gone too much on these soft tyres, and it's just completely lost grip on this whole car. And it's now down to 5th position, could be down to 6th by the end of this Grand Prix, and he spins it! Oh no, he goes for a silly dive down the inside at turn 9 and 10. I would say I'd rather just keep your points here rather than go for a risky dive like that. But I don't think it was ever to really work out there. He should be able to hold on to 6th place because Gamer is so far back. But he could have taken, maybe he could have kept 5th position. And it looks like on the final lap here, Tom Ruston will take the win of the Grand Prix. Adri, sorry. Don't know why I saw the R before the D. Adri looks like he might be able to cross line ahead of Tim here if he can get a fast enough launch out of the final corner. Here we go then, side by side is going to be Tim, who just about takes it by a couple of hundredths of a second, and it will be Tom Russ who takes the win, and it's MN who takes 4th, Tuga who takes 5th, and Cortex is going to take 6th position after quite an unfortunate end to his Grand Prix. He had so much pace, and all of a sudden it just randomly dropped right at the end there. Those soft tyres could not last for the end of the race, and he might have had a puncture, which is the reason for it. It might have been a slow puncture. I think it was a slow puncture. So there you have it. Tom Ruston, your sprint winner, and I believe he won the Grand Prix last week, or definitely won the sprint or something. So he's on a roll right now in this F2 tier. And there you have it. In the sprint race at Sakhir Bahrain Grand Prix, Tom Ruston is your race winner, ladies and gentlemen. Right, and I think we're heading straight into our feature race now. So we'll head straight into the final race, and then we'll be done with F2 on Thursday night. But we've still, like I said, got a race ahead of us, so there's no need to leave right now. Here we go then, the lights are on, and away we go for the feature race in F2. And it's lights out, and away we go, because Tom Ruston is holding off the lead extremely well here, miles ahead of everyone else behind him, because MN and Tuga are fighting at the moment for 2nd place. Adri right behind as well, could try and get a nice exit out of this this next corner of turn 2 and 3. Now heading up towards turn 4, and you can see, like I said, with a nice exit, he's been able to move himself back up to 2nd position. But as he brakes slightly late earlier on the brakes, he makes contact with MN, and he's round and all the way down to last place, or almost last place position more contact happened behind here as he's lagging all over the place and hitting that Williams car ahead of him. Absolute chaos at the moment with Adri really struggling to keep it on the track with all the lag he's got at the moment, all over the place. Really struggling to keep the car going, unless that is just our screens lagging out a bit more. Look at this 2-second gap already on lap 1. It's absolutely ridiculous. That race start was absolutely amazing for Tom Ruston. Everything couldn't have gone any more perfect. Wow, I can't believe the feature race is only 4 laps longer. It's kind of crazy. Alright, and now to lap 2 we go, and even Tuga's starting to pull away from MN. So could it be struggle of pace at the start of this Grand Prix for MN in the AIX? Down towards the bottom as well, we've got a big gap between CR and Will for 8th and 9th, and there's a big fight at the moment with about 4 or 5 cars getting involved here. Through turn 4 and into turn 5 now. They're still going to keep it wheel to wheel. Adri and Wartel not giving up on this position. Either of them, both of them want it, but it looks like Adri's going to have to snatch it off Wartel because he's got that inside line going into turn 8 and now into turn 9, turn 10. He's kept it nice and safe. DRS not enabled until next lap round. Pretty easy life for Tuga and Tom Ruston here. I don't know how they've gained so much time at the start of this Grand Prix. Justin B, who was fast in one shot, but unfortunately retired quite early on in the Sprint Grand Prix. But he's back now racing, and for the Invicta team, his teammate in 2nd, they're in 4th. AIX in 1st and 3rd. It looks like we've got Invicta and AIX, the fastest teams on the grid at the moment. Prima also still sticking next to each other, and we have a 3 wide going to turn 2 here with Justin B, Cortex and RB Tim, and that was a little bit sneaky from Justin B there to shove Cortex off the circuit, but he drops down to 8th position as both of the Prima cars. Oh no! There we go, Justin and Tim in the wall. Oh no, not Tim, I mean just Justin now. Justin into the wall. He's kind of just... They've wheel locked at some point. I don't know who I think he wheel locked with Tim, and now he's back round again. And after a poor race of disqualifying or retiring from the session, he might have to retire from this one as well, because he is now down in last position, 12 seconds behind everyone else. And as I was saying, Invicta doing a good job here. It's now only Tuga to take over, and Prima have been handed a 4th position at the moment. Great finish for them. Dive down the inside for Will as he overtakes his teammates. Maybe to try and DRS swap now, as DRS is now enabled, they might be trying to swap round, or it is just an overtake for him to try and get ahead of his teammate. But it's also the Dams car that's snuck his way through as well between them, and the two Primus cars that have been unsplittable in the sprint race are now split up with a Dams car in the middle of them. Alright, now is a big gaps between everyone in the top three, completely different to our top three or our top second to fourth last race. Don't know why they have all just pulled away so well, but I mean, good for them. Doing a great job. It seems to just be the main fighting is between these guys for now. Because everyone at the top three just seems to be pulling away further and further from each other. Side by side goes Will and Quartix, and oh no, another BWT car off the circuit and in the gravel. It's going to be Nudland. No, he's a different team. Lou Gotes, who reset to track as well. I don't know if it's in your rule book that you don't allow resets to track, but if it is a rule and you do get penalised for resetting to track, then we might be having a penalty given away to the Alpine unless he retires from the Grand Prix. Then there's no point really penalising him. Alright, wow, what the hell has happened over here? What happened to Tuga? He pitted. So lap 6 we've pitted. I think it's the soft tyres that have been removed from everyone, and onto the hards they go for 10 laps of this Grand Prix. Obviously it's possible to do so. So there you go. Everyone has decided, these people I guess have decided to go for an undercut on some of the drivers ahead of them. So Tuka could be trying to undercut Tom Rust and gain a couple of seconds from him. He's also picked up one of the first penalties of the race, however, so that's not going to be very, very useful for him, especially as it's a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Not a great pit for him, and he's going to possibly lose the race because of that penalty. So Tom Ruston, when will he react? He's going to have to react early, as he can't stay out for too long, otherwise he's going to lose too much time. So he might pit now, he might pit next lap. He might try and utilise this stint for as long as possible. Yeah, there you go. I thought I thought he would have had to react quickly, and he has done so. So nice job from him. to get into the pit lane, but Gamer shoots by. So does the art car. Where is Tuga? He's all the way down to 9th here. Obviously the pit stops are a bit longer than usual. Is he going to be able to fly past the AIX car? No, he's not. He's actually quite a while back. I think he's even more seconds back than he was originally, so I don't think he's gained anything from pitting a lap earlier there. Did he have to do like a wing change or something? I don't know. Oh, who's round? It's Manti. Manti round. The MP car, not with a great corner through turn 10 and spinning around. I think he might have made a bit of contact with Tuga as well, because I heard a bit of a thump. And we've got another retirement from the session at just into turn 8 there, out of turn 7, so I think he's just pulled onto the side of the road and retired. Manti also off the circuit again. He looks like he's retiring from the race here. I think he's retired because his car is ghosted and he's slowing down, so no, he's back on the circuit. I don't know what he's doing, but I think he's going to retire from this race as well. Not a great race for him, and I think he's died. I think he's. It said the host is migrating, so is Manti? No. Nudland's also ghosted. Is Nudland the leader, and he's been. Wait, is Nudland the host and he's left? Because it said migrating host. So I don't know. But there is a ghosted car here who Manti there, here we go, retires from the session. And some more fighting further back. Big sort of 5 or 6 car pile up here. You can hear the exhausts pop as they go around, decelerate and change gear. And oh, very crazy sort of pack fight for 4th position. No, 3rd position. And oh, I think that was a big move for Adri there, but no, still down to 5th, where he's been overtaken. They're so close to each other now. DRS activated for both of these two. They're going to slowly catch up and crawl up to the back of Cortex, but as they get closer and closer, the faster and faster they get, and you have to be careful not to absolutely take out the Dam's car ahead. But as these guys continue fighting, they're letting this Dam's car run away. Gotta be careful, guys. Absolute chaos between these guys. No pauses at all. Just constant action and fighting. Closing in to the inside goes Adri, and to the outside I think goes MN or Cortex. Those two are fighting as we head onto lap 11 of 16 already. The first race would have been almost over by now, but... And look at this lead that Tuga and Tom Ruston have against everyone else. Crazy, crazy. But like I said, Tuga's got a 10-second penalty, which will lead him to... Oh no. Another car off, and it's CR once more spinning the car around as he tries to reposition himself onto the circuit. Ortal retires from the session as well at lap 8. A couple of drivers starting to make some mistakes here. I think Tom Ruston deserves a hat off today because he is flying out there. And even more chaos is unfolding as we continue fighting. Lots of penalties being handed out, however, so all on hards, and a couple of 10 seconds. Adri also with a 10-second penalty and a 3-second. To the inside, swinging out from the slipstream And down goes Cortex to try and take third place, and does so successfully, but it's not going to be given that easily. He's not giving that position away for free. He is going to fight for his cause for this third place, but to be honest, with this 10-second that you picked up, I don't think there's much you can fight for really. You're eventually going to have to be dropped down to about 7th, maybe 6th, because the game also has a penalty. And yeah, Tom Ruston, no penalties, absolute flying pace. He must grind out F2. And Cortex flies ahead there, no issue at all. Yellow flag in set 1. I think it's another retired car or something to do with that. I think we've already got a predicted winner here tonight. Tom Ruston has been so quick, so consistent, no issues with fighting at all. He's just run away with it this evening. Ever since lap 1, no issues at all. Might as well fall asleep and let AI finish the rest for him, if I'm honest. Gamers retires in the pit lane, I think, or on the side of the track. For some strange reason there. Don't know why. He was in 8th place. He did have a 10-second, but he could have picked up a 8th place position from 7th place. So bit of an odd one from him. His teammate Will's still fighting to get ahead of MN. They both have 3 seconds, so it's just going to be whoever finishes ahead. And all a bit of a snap for MN, which entices Will to make a move, but no move just there. Dive down the inside. Goes Will on MN this time round, getting it done. And he's got his tyres, his front end stuck in there, but no. Still, actually, he did get it done, but just not enough to keep it ahead through turn 2 and 3. And we're getting to that final lap now, and it's been a pretty strong performance for one driver this evening. For two drivers maybe as well. Tuga, if he hadn't picked up that 10-second, it would have been even more dominant. But I think he might be able to hold this off. If he can go fast enough on the final lap here, he might just be able to hold on to second place with that 3-second that his teammate in front has. Is the driver behind of Cortex, and I think if Adri keeps fighting with him, we might see Tuga take second place even with a 10-second penalty. Literally no revs on that car at all through that corner. Wow, very weird to hear. Just the car went completely dark, dead. Oh, and it's a spin round for Cortex. Oh no. The Dam's car off the circuit at turn 10. So unlucky, and he might be overtaken by Will M here. Yes, he is. Both of them fly by, and because they all have 3-second penalties, it was going to be a 3 car showdown in the final sector. But that was so unfortunate for Cortex to do on the final lap here. Here we go then. Tom Ruston comes across the line, takes first place, easy win, no issue at all. We'll see if Tuga can take the lead. Take second place and keep that silver spot. Here we go then. Will down the inside of MN. If he can hold on to this, he might be able to hold on to second. And oh no, he gets hit on the final corner and drops down to 6th position. But now RB Tim's pretty close back. Will RB Tim be in 3 seconds? I think he is, which means Will is going to be dropped down even more, I think, here. Yes, he does. He stays in the same position because Adri had a penalty who drops down to 7th position. But wow, MN does take 3rd, Cortex takes 4th, RB Tim takes 5th, Will takes 6th after being hit. I think he could have taken maybe even 4th here if he hadn't been hit there, and that's very, very unfortunate for him. 3rd or 4th could have been his, but Tuga does take 2nd place in the end. Well done to Tom Ruston for taking 1st place, Tuga taking 3rd, and MN who got that 3rd place position. 2nd, for Tuga, and then 3rd for, yeah. But anyway, AIX dominating this Grand Prix this weekend in total, actually. Look, you can see 20 points plus 38 points. That's going to be a big haul of points for them this evening. AIX 1st and 4th, and 1st and 3rd. Tom Ruston proving more dominance, becoming from 10th to 1st, and then from 1st to 1st. So great result from him. No issues at all. He won both of the Grand Prix. And then we have Tuga, who got 22 points, MN who got 20, Tim who got 18, Cortex got 16, Adri got 12, Will got 10 in the end, Nadlin got 4, Gamers got 2, and so did the ART car. CR takes 10th with the final 2 points. No one else got points this evening, unfortunately for them. And that is it. That is the end of the F2 round 2 Bahrain feature and sprint race. Bit of a mouthful there, but there you have it. That is the end.
Alright then. I hope you've enjoyed. I've been a bit quiet tonight, I'm sorry guys. Just I guess attendance was. I think the attendance kind of just reflected on my mood a little bit there as well. Didn't get a great haul of drivers as we got last week, which is a bit of a shame, but it was okay in the end. We still got a good amount of entertainment and action, but yeah. Anyway, I still hope you have enjoyed this race in a DRL F2. Alright then. Okay, well, I'll see you all. Whenever I see you guys next, maybe next Thursday. Or you might check out my net streams for tomorrow and any other racing leagues that I may do over the next week. But anyway, nice to see you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.